Okay, folks, we got a lot of cooking again today. It's a busy weekend. It's Halloween weekend, and Monday we have a potluck dinner, or potluck lunch, I should say. And I'm committed for 2 dishes. So one of the dishes, slow smoked beef brisket, and I'm going to do it the same way I do my ribs, which is in the oven, not a smoker. The second dish we're going to make later on today is a classic American Italian dish, baked ziti. So let's start with the brisket here. I want to get this onto our cling wrap here, just like I do my ribs. And this is about a 10-pound brisket. It's been partially hand trimmed. And we're going to lay that out in the middle of our saran wrap. I've got 3 layers of saran wrap there. And we're going to season this up with our barbecue meat rub. Remember that we made during the, it's got about 15 different spices in it. We did this during the ribs episode. And as you can see, it's still beautiful. It's in a nice shaker. And we're going to shake this on this beef. So much easier to have this made up in advance. This is, for those of you who did not see that episode, cumin, red pepper flakes, oregano, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of white sugar, there we go. I'm going to just pat this down a little bit. We're going to come back. I'm going to flip that back over again and do more for that other side. Ooh, because I bought an addition. I bought some smoked paprika. And I'd like to throw that on this too. Most of the fat was trimmed off of this, but there's still this nice fat cap that we're going to leave on there because that's going to be like self-basting. There we go. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful. I'm going to wash my hands off real quick. Now, normally if we had, you know, okay, if I wasn't in such a rush, I would have done this a couple of days ago. But in actuality, I didn't get a chance to do that because I only got to pick up this piece of meat yesterday. So, we're going to have to settle for a couple of hour marinade on this. Let these, this is the smoked paprika. I'm going to throw that in for just a little extra smokiness. It smells lovely. They're going to think I put this out in the barbecue and smoked it for 12 hours and all this happy nonsense. And we're going to have a beautiful smoked piece of meat here. Now let's wrap this up nice and tight. Then I'm going to stash that in the fridge for a couple of hours. And then we're going to take it out and throw it in the oven. And we're going to throw it in the oven at about 225 degrees for about 6 to 8 hours, give or take. And we're going to come out with a beautiful, tender, juicy piece of meat that will just be absolutely beyond delicious. I'm going to wrap this up in a little bit of more of this, our green wrap. I think I have a tray that'll fit this for now. And we'll stick it on the tray and in the fridge. And we'll be back for this. So when it's time to throw it in the oven and get started with everything else, we'll be back. Okay, folks, I've let this sit for a couple hours. It's got that marinade, that dry rub on it. I'm gonna stick it in this aluminum roasting pan with the paper on it, and we're gonna stick it. I'm gonna stick this underneath for a little extra protection against the heat of those exposed elements in this electric oven that I'm not accustomed to. And I'm going to put this in the oven at 225 degrees, and we're going to leave it there for approximately 2.5 hours before we start checking on it. So in the oven it goes, and we'll see in a couple hours. Okay, folks, 4 hours at 225 degrees, and our brisket has been cooking away, and it's looking absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to peel away the plastic wrap. Believe it or not, it just slides out nice. And we'll discard that. I want you to get a look at this. I'm going to come right around there 1 second. Okay, there's our brisket after 4 hours at 225 with that beautiful rub on there. And we're going to leave it in this tray, and I'm going to put it in the oven with the smoke bombs, or my packets of wood chips, for the next 4 hours, and let the outside get a nice smoke to it. So back in the oven it goes. I'll see you when we're done. There's our brisket, juicy and delicious. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. I can't wait till it's rested so I can cut some off. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Busy night. There's our brisket all carved up. Nice thin 1/4 inch slices with a homemade barbecue sauce on top. You can use your favorite barbecue sauce. Just cut it with a little bit of vinegar, and it makes a perfect accoutrement to our Texas barbecue. So see you next time. There's our barbecued brisket. It's absolutely phenomenal. Trust me, I tasted it while we were away. And we will see you next time. Hopefully you learned something.